My partner Anuja and I started off our venture of showmethecurry.com as mainly something fun to do. Both of us are foodies, we both love to cook, we both love to entertain, and just sharing our knowledge is the most wonderful thing we can do. A lot of the recipes that we do incorporate things that we've learned from our mothers and our grandmothers.
Hetal and I actually have known each other for the last 19 years, and I met her at the same party I met my husband. Whenever Hetal and I have to put out a recipe or we have to film a recipe, the first thing we do is we test it out in our kitchen. Whether it's my way of making it or it's her way of making it, whatever works best for the recipe, we try to showcase that.
Today's recipe is called shida, and it's also known as halva in some regions. It's a dessert, it's sweet, and everybody just loves it. The kids love it, and it's an integral part of our culture. For me, whenever I think of my mother and my children in the same sentence, this recipe defines it all.
One of the first times that I remember eating halva was sitting in our ancestral home and sitting by the stove and watching my grandmother make it. It just warms my heart because every summer we would go to her place and she would cook, and we would sit in this little window, my brother and me, and we would just watch her cook these fantastic dishes.
The way you prepare shida or halva is basically you use clarified butter, which is known as ghee. And what we do is we roast a lot of nuts, almonds, cashews, raisins in the clarified butter, along with semolina.
We allow it to become get a little color, a little golden color, and the place is going to have the fragrance of the ghee and the suji. It just smells fantastic. That's a sure sign that it's done. And then you add in sugar, and you add in some kesar, which is saffron, add in some water. Lower the heat, cook it till it gets the consistency that you require. And then cover it, turn it off, and just allow it to rest for just a couple of minutes, and it's done.
My daughter just turned 13, so I'm trying now to let her learn all the techniques and things that I've learned over the years. And I feel so blessed that I have a video diary that I can pass on to her. Whatever my daughter gets, it won't be just from me, it'll be something that's passed on, from me, from my mother, and from my grandmother.
When we had to pick one recipe to be able to showcase today, the first recipe that came to our mind was this one, and both of us have such warm, sweet memories of this particular recipe as, two families coming together, and it's just amazing to be able to share that with the world and to be able to make it standing next to my friend.